Elon Musk with Doge claimed he was going to save a $2 trillion. Then, when he realized that was an impossibility, he said he was going to save $1 trillion. And then he ultimately said, oh, we saved $150 billion, but nobody can find in reality more than $5 billion. And in the process, he disrupted the federal government. He got a whole lot of people laid off. And in the process, a lot of research was discontinued. A lot of people were harmed. I want you to listen to this report, and then we'll take it on the other side.
You've been talking for this special to a fired Centers for Disease Control epidemiologist who had to leave his research on black lung in coal miners behind. Let's take a look at that.
But what that says is there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 different publications that you were working on.
Correct.
And
we're a very busy, inefficient shop.
You're seeing a lot of pain from people talking about the impact of these programs that were just slashed, it seemed, without much of a second thought.
Let me just reiterate what we just watched. That guy's name is Scott Laney, and he's an epidemiologist within NIOSH, the National Institute for Occupational Safety and Health. His primary objective as a federal employee for decades has been studying black lung in coal miners in West Virginia. Yeah. He's been fired. That program's been eliminated. Most of his colleagues no longer can even get into the office to go to work. They studied things like the masks that we wore during COVID. They go to firefighting emergencies where people die and study the cause of death. They're part of HHS, so they're studying medical research, the number one thing in some of these polls that people say that the Trump administration is doing incorrectly. President Trump put into place an executive order to expand coal mining in West Virginia the week after they fired all of these folks in Morgantown. I am so excited for the special, especially to do it with Steph. Nobody in my 10 years at MSNBC has given me more time and people more time to think about and talk about what life is really like outside of a studio like this or in New York. I want to show everybody just a little bit more of what Scott Laney had to say to me about losing his job in West Virginia. Watch this. 1 in 5 miners, 20%, has black lung.
That's correct.
And are they all going to die?
Our data indicate that these people will die sooner than they should, sooner than the rest of us who work jobs like this.
And what you're trying to do is reverse that trend.
That's what NIOSH is here for.
Literally, Jonathan, we're talking about life or death decisions being made by the federal government, by the Trump administration. The firing of these workers will result in more people, in this case, more coal miners, dying sooner than they have to because of the research that's being eliminated by this administration.
Now, Musk. Why would anybody believe Musk? Musk has been talking about doing things, and he's been exaggerating his abilities for several decades now. In fact, over the last 10 years, every year, the next year, he would have a car, he would have self-driving cars that actually work. Of course, China has already completed the task, because Elon Musk doesn't, his Tesla technology has lagged far behind everybody else's because, again, how does he make his money? He's living on the dole. Remember that. Elon Musk is not a true independent type person making money on his own. He's a government entity, has always been. All three of his major companies, that's what he does. He knows nothing about government. He comes into government. He almost destroys many different agencies within the government. Now, look at what he's done. And Donald Trump should be aware of this. Donald Trump should be aware that all these budgetary cuts, all these people being laid off, harms all Americans, but specifically it harms MAGA. Look at now he just started about opening coal mine and reducing coal mine regulations. And in the same process, he stops the research on black lung disease, which over half or so of coal miners get working in these mines. It is shameful. It is shameful that the mainstream media, as in the aggregate, doesn't point out the dangers of all these cuts in government jobs and what it actually does to people, not only again in Washington, D.C., which most of the agencies are outside of Washington, D.C., how much damage it is doing to research, how much damage is it doing to healthcare, how much damage it's doing to your environment. Elon Musk is doing to America exactly what he has done to Tesla, and it's not good.
We spend a lot of time deconstructing the news, trying to parse it into a form that everybody can understand. We try to find those little nitpicks where it flies above the fray, etc. If you really like these videos that we do, I want to ask a big favor. Please go ahead. Number one, subscribe to our channel, and number two, please join if you can. Thank you so kindly for watching. Keep watching. Please remember to share. We must populate the entire internet with our progressive message, a message that we know is what most Americans say that they want. So help us, please join.